Taurus, it's time for you to start learning and honing your skills. This is the period of time for you to perfect your craft, master something. Go back in the lab, I'm hearing. Okay. It's not the drawing board, it's like the lab. So you can refine something. Okay. I'm also getting a message for you to go back to school for those of you. This may be a good time for you to build on your degree, whatever degree you have. This is a good time. I don't know if there's like scholarships, um, if something is being sponsored in the education system. All right. There's some reliefs as well for those that are in school that may be coming up. They are also encouraging you to invest in seminars, YouTube channels. If you are content creators, there's going to be a push for content that not just entertains but also provides like something to learn. Okay, morals to stories. What else? I'm hearing something about that's a value right now. It's in high demand right now. How to do something. And so to get ahead and to prepare for that wave of generation that's going to want to be very self-taught, the status of the world is giving birth to self-taught, um, self-taught multimillionaires. And instead of spending money to go and get degrees and so forth, they're going to teach themselves. And so for those of you that are in a position where you can provide value in those areas by generating content that not only entertains, but also educates and teaches, you will be considered the type of creators that a platform is looking for. That's what I'm getting for. It's almost like competitors are really trying to find ways to really not just create streams, but to monopolize their value of their platform. Right? So I would say YouTube kind of took a page out of TikTok's book by really pushing the streaming feature, right? Of like merging their shorts into continuous streams of lives, and to kind of help give YouTube that boost, the economy forced, right, TikTok to sit out and wait for, by creating panic. People, it drove sales up, and it drove stockholders and shareholders their value up with YouTube, because as a way to, it's predictable, as a way to kind of get ahead of whatever could possibly happen with laws and governments and systems. They jumped on a bandwagon. Okay. And of course, it came back. But that was a power move. That was a strategy. And for those of you that are in power positions, you have an advantage to be able to see shit that's coming before it comes. So for those of you that are able to see those things, they want you to prepare. Okay. Prepare. And I feel like another platform is gearing up to take a page out of their competitors, right? Because one thing, when you chase trends and you chase popularity, you forget what made you special. And when one organization forgets what their core principles and their core values of what brought people to them, then they just become just like everyone else. And so game recognized game, the other competitor was saying, okay, I'm gonna let you have that. I'm gonna let you win that. But you won't be able to sustain that because that's not what your premises was based off of. So that's exchanging quality for quantity. And that's a really like serious trick. That's a serious Uno reverse. And now competitors are about to make someone draw 4. Fuck it, draw 8. Double up. Hold on. So when powers that be doing what they do best, Spirit is gonna tell you where you need to redirect your attention and your focus. Okay. So in the situation where I gave you an example, right? Because we can always learn from certain moves that other people make, and maybe on levels that you're not at yet. What you can learn will be the moral of the story, right? What is the moral of the story here? Quality over quantity. Follow your heart. It's going to always weigh out and balance out. And as long as you can keep that as your focal point, you'll be able to ride the wave. Okay, it's something about surf. I swag when I surf. Now watch me swag and surf. This journey is about to feel very hypnotic. It's about to feel like you have tapped in some type of healing art, and it's exciting. I feel like this is the key to success that you've been waiting for. Confirmation, if you will. You already know it, but you're never too smart to learn something, and that's what makes you well-rounded. It's because even though you be knowing a lot, you're never too much of a smart ass that you can't be taught something, and that's why you prosper. So I feel like you're going to be having multiple projects going on at once, and I see you monitoring it, and so they're telling you to monitor your input while you are outputting. You don't want to be doing both at the same time because you exert. Yes. It's like you exert to, I'm hearing exhaust, but that doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it's not meant to make sense. I'm not looking it up. If y'all want to, be my guest. Be my guest. Okay. The lucky Taurus today. The lucky Taurus that this message is for is someone that's getting back out there. You've been in isolation, you've been in hermit mode, and I've heard you've stroked your ego long enough. Okay, you gave your ego a little dopamine hit, and that's necessary. It's important to give your ego what it needs. Feed it a little bit. What the fuck was that? I swear on my soul, I thought I saw something fall from the sky. I didn't know that was a spider. I digress. Let's focus. The inevitable is always bound to happen. Some of you guys are going to meet a healer. You may work with a healer. If you're someone that typically forgets to care about yourself, I feel like there's going to be a Mary Poppins in your life, a healer in your life, that's going to remind you that you need to put yourself first. Remind you when you forget how to prioritize yourself while being there for everyone else. Because if you attract a healer or someone feels like they want to tell you that, it's because they see themselves in you. There's an ultimate mirror type of energy here. Okay? How to work smart, not hard. Oh, I know what it was. Optical illusion. This fell, and my eyes, somehow, some way, when it fell, I looked up, but it fell from here because it was in my peripheral vision. So it's about blind spots, peripheral vision, and the confirmation of what you know is already true. It's gonna take a hell of a load off of you, ain't it? Sure is. Because I feel like at times we can get too caught up trying to make sure we're doing the right thing, or that we have the right perspective, or that we're giving more, or that we are doing enough. And that stress, that burden of having to always figure that part out every day is going to be taken from you. And it looks like someone's going to be giving you what you need. This feels very warm. It feels very savory. Maybe it's just fall and I'm just hungry. I'm hungry. I think I'm hungry. I feel like I'm fasting. But I'm not. But I feel like I'm fasting. But I'm not. But I feel like I'm fasting. The hunger here, that's maybe you taming your ego. Because if you let that thing get too far out of control, your ego will have you eat a whole box of chocolate. Oh, yeah, you don't need to do that. It's moderation. So you know what you're capable of. This is going to help you say no a lot faster to a lot of people. And feel good saying no. No, 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 no. Try it 1 year. 1 year, don't participate in a holiday. Don't participate in Christmas. Don't participate in Thanksgiving. Don't participate in something that everybody knows without a shadow of a doubt. If they don't hear from you all fucking year, they can count on you this time of year. And I guarantee you, the very people that got comfortable with your generosity will be like, where the hell you at? And the ones that say, where the hell you at? Those are the ones that haven't been adorning you and appreciating you properly all year long. Because they got accustomed. That's that energy of I'm accustomed to you doing it. And I'm accustomed to me being able to show up, not having to give you anything. Anything. And then it's like, well, shit. I'm here, so be grateful for that. That's that consciousness of lack. And so I see you using your time to focus on other things and have other things going on in your life. And this is not your main focus anymore. Something's not your main focus anymore. You got a life outside of this, outside of whatever it is that you're doing. And it's like, where the hell you go? You got a life now? Since when you get a life? This is your life. That's real fucked up. For those of y'all dealing with a situation like that's really fucked up. But I'm keeping my comments to myself. Angels in reverse. Oh my God. I don't know about you, but this just like really, it made me feel the, it reminded me of a movie. I can't remember the name of it. High priest, high priestess. Told you. I told you. Then we have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Teaching. Did I say going back to school? Some of y'all may be going back to school to be a teacher or get your master's in something. Being self-taught. Like all these are coming up. Your purpose is to teach. You inspire young people to learn. Telling you something about what you do, you inspire people to like I want to teach myself this. I want to do this. Maybe not do the same thing that you do, but it's like, oh snap, and you didn't even have to go in. Like the people that you're meant for are like a younger generation, because it seems like whatever generation that you're already in, whatever your sets or your equals are, they fried, died, laid to the side, cooked, burnt. They cooked. The math is not mathing. 1 + 1 is not clicking. It's something is off. And so it's reducing you to being nothing more than just an expectation. Damn. And so in your head, you may say, well, at least I have someone to count on. But that's the trick in itself. You willingly go into the stable. You willingly put yourself on the farm. But it's not compatible because somewhere, somehow, it's like I can't function without them. They can't function without me. That's the codependency energy. I can't do what it is that you do without having someone to reassure me that it's going to be there tomorrow. These are comforts. It's like being born with a silver spoon in your mouth. And so you stay codependent. Release your ex in reverse. So we got 2 past life cards with 1 purpose. So this is 2 people with 1 purpose. Codependency. I can't do it. Maybe your demands of your schedule got you wondering if you're going to be able to do 5, 6, 11 things and also maintain responsibility on your own. Maybe it has you wondering, like maybe if you should reconcile for the sake of having someone help you with the kids or having someone help you with, like, I can get there faster if we work together, right? Maybe in your mind, you're thinking maybe I need to go come up with a plan with my narcissistic family. Maybe we all need to just scratch each other's back and barter so we can get where we need to go faster. But I guarantee you, in those situations, putting yourself in that stable, you're a horse. So in those stables, in those conditions, you'll think you're in it to save money. You'll think you're connected where everyone's getting an equal opportunity. But really, by the time you done letting everybody ride your ass in a circle, like the donkey, and take turns riding you. You too tired to do anything else anyway. So really, if you thought you was gonna be in there just free, and it was gonna be less work, or it was gonna be easier, before you know it, you like, damn, I'm doing it by myself anyway, and I'm more tired than I was. That was by myself because you thought doing it by yourself outside of those conditions was already hard work. So spirit really trying to save you from believing some type of belief system inside your head that's trying to convince you that you can fix something, that you can heal something, that you can be Mary Poppins, that you can go into the situation and make everybody's problems right. Even Mary Poppins knew once everybody was good that she had to motherfucking go. Because she was no longer going to be conducive. That environment was no longer going to be conducive for her. She needed to go help someone else. But she knew her purpose. And so she didn't require them to give her back anything in return. So if your codependency is saying, I'm expecting the people that I am helping to give me back something in return, that's a setup for failure. You don't sacrifice your heart's desires and what you hold true to please anyone. You keep your standards high. You feel good about whatever you create, whatever you put out. The right people will find you. And you're better off waiting for the right people to find you than to try to get caught up in the rat race of supply and demand. This is economics out here. Like, somebody's economic lesson is really out. I see the blueprint. So this is what you're going to be able to do as an earth angel. You're going to be able to literally apply shit in a simple way that inspires people to learn and to apply what they've learned. See, we're not just going to just learning shit and ingesting. I want knowledge. No, that season is over. We're in the A, okay? We're in the alpha generation. And so it requires that action. Be about that business. Be about that purpose. So what does it mean, class? You were made for this. Yes, even with your health conditions. Yes, even with your financial struggles. Yes, even with your obligations and your duties and your roles. Come up with a system. Do a little bit at a time. You got it. Even in those that got 6 jobs and you got one on the side, now God's telling you to go to school too. You got this. The strength, the courage, the power, the energy is gonna come out of nowhere. I guarantee you. And it ain't nobody else's business how you do it. Cause they already trying to watch your pockets and watch your this and come up with how much this and how much that and how you do this and how you do that. Ain't none of their business. Ain't none of your friends' business. Ain't none of your homies' business. Ain't nobody that want to talk to you business. Why do they plan on paying these bills for you? Oh, because if a person really about paying those bills for you, they're not going to ask you how much. They're going to just send the fucking check. That's it. That's all. They're not going to be saying, okay, so how much is your car note? How much is your house bill? How much is your rent? How much is your... And maybe I give you a little $500 for yourself. And that's penny pinching, and that's not generosity. No. That is codependency. Because I only want to give you enough when you come back. You know where to come back to get some more of that from. And I got time for that. Be generous with the Taurus. So that all the days of your life may be multiplied more abundantly. What the hell? Yeah. Oh, that sounds like a scam, huh? No, what sounds like a scam is you thinking that this shit here is worth fighting for. This shit here is worth having. It's like, do you know who I am in all lives, past life, this life? You got someone out here trying to convince you that you ain't who you claim you are. First of all, nobody was trying to claim that they anybody. You came up in here trying to figure out who someone is. Those are two different intentions. And you don't need to know what anything is. If you can't recognize it, if you can't feel it, then damn sure you're in the wrong place. So if you need someone to explain to you what the hell you looking at, who the hell you looking at, if you need some type of hardcore evidence, you're a spectator. That's spectator energy. And if you're going to spectate, okay? Put the binoculars on and examine how you're going to pay some bills. Oh, okay. And you have to be careful because, listen, everything is protected. Everything is protected. Archangel Michael do not play at all. Okay, blossom and abundance. I told you. How much time I got? Creative endeavor. Yeah, someone wants you to lean on them for protection. But you got angels coming through like, I got that covered already. Thank you, but no thank you. I got that covered. We got that covered. We got London on the track. Girl, the way you move it. Got it with no hands. Something. Disruption. Yeah, go ahead, buddy. Walk off. It's something about, I don't know. Hold on. Flag on the play. For those of you, there may be like a outside energy that may be trying to like ward off other people that may want to come towards you. So anyone that tries to come towards you, they be fighting mind. They be fighting energy, some type of energy, some type of force. You know how much of a headache and how stressful it is to be with someone like you or to attempt? Because it seems like people are attempting to date you, court you, get to know you. And then their life just starts to get real hectic, real stressful, and delays happen in their life. And it's all associated with trying to come near you. It's like no one is good enough. But I almost feel like no one is good enough. Like you're protected. The angels are protecting you, right? Your ancestors are protecting you. But then there's another energy. And this energy has something to do with divine guidance in the earth. There is someone on this physical earth with you that does not want other people. Does not want other people to try to think that they're going to create a life with you, have a connection with you. It's like you can look, but don't touch that Taurus. You could come, but don't stare too hard. And this is like for some of y'all, you don't even know this person. That's what it feels like. And so you may be feeling like everybody is scared to approach me. Everybody does, like people be legit scared to like ask you out. They don't know if you are nice. Like their mind starts to play tricks on them, where they're asking themselves like if you're tricking them or if you're mean, like what's wrong with you. So if you get a lot of questions where people are asking you like, so what's the deal with you? Why are you single? Or what's this? Or what's that? Or, why you never been in a relationship, or why you this. It's not just protection. It's because when y'all are not conversation and when y'all are not near each other, there is a physical energy that projects itself, living in the same reality with you now, on the same timeline, in the same world. I'm not talking about no spirit or no attachment. No, I'm talking about an actual physical person that be warding people off, like warding people off of your, like, you may not want to talk to that person. They don't badmouth you, but it's more or less like you don't got what it takes. It's like someone gives someone a pat on the back, like, you don't got what it takes. Go ahead and walk it off. That ain't gonna work. And so as they want to walk up to you, the voices in their head be like, I don't got what it takes. And then it diverts them in another direction. And then you be sitting there like, well, damn, like, this person looked like we had good chemistry, good conversation, but it never gets past that point. It's that person. There's a person that's cock blocking really hard in your life. I'm telling you. And it's very discouraging to a lot of people that ain't really about that life. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage. And then you become the person that they feel like, damn, I wonder, I used to like you. I wonder what life would have been like. Like something like, I don't even know why I didn't ever talk or tell you how I felt. Like they'll never let it come out their mouth because they're too busy talking to their head, to someone else be talking to them in their head. Oh man. I'm telling you. This is fucked up. And I feel like the angels be protecting you, like, all right now. Because the angels want you to know, Taurus, that the most that this person can do is the power of suggestion, which means that a lot of people that want to approach you, they fall victim to the power of suggestion of their own thoughts. Well, it sounds like their own thoughts, but it's the power of suggestion by someone else's mind. Mind control. I'm telling you, the moon. And so you be over there waiting, and then they stand you up, or they ghost you, or they don't call you, and it's like, what the fuck? Why is it so hard to fuck something? Is Alexa listening to me? Let me tell you why it's so hard. Because you got a cock blocker. Mm-hmm. Sure do. Get back out there where? Girl, get your ass in the house. And since you are hard-headed, you're going to do what the fuck you want to do regardless. This is an energy that be doing it. And so it's like, I can't fuck with you because you too protected. But that don't mean I can't go bother that person and that person and that person and that person. So the best way to meet you, the best way to talk to you is serendipity. Mm-hmm. Because if it's two, like, this is like serendipity has to happen. Because it's like, or it's bad news. It's like, you know what? I was going to ask you, and then my phone died. And you be like, yeah, right, bullshit. Your phone didn't die. You just lying. And like, no, dead ass. A phone get missing. And it's like, how the fuck did my phone go missing? And I couldn't even, and then you think that they're just giving you this long dissertation on making excuses. But this person, like, I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, it's like that type of energy. And then meanwhile, you thinking like, oh no, you just out there talking to someone else. You were just doing something different. But I swear for God, something. This person hates delivering bad news to you. I'm telling you. It's going to take a lot of strength and a lot of courage and a lot of perseverance because there is a lot of projection here. And so when you see these unexpected situations occur, you're going to have to be like, you're going to have discernment out of this world. Patience and discernment. Because there are forces working against us. Heavy. Making you feel like you don't have no choice in the matter. Giving someone, making them lose sleep at night. Next thing you know, they swearing you talking to someone. Disrupting your life. I don't know where this energy is coming from. Where is this energy coming from, Spirit? I'm telling you, this is like a corrupt. The hermit in reverse is someone that only goes into the spirit, or they only like go into the spirit so they can meddle in this type of stuff. I don't know who this energy is though. I'll tell you with the 7 of Cups. This is someone that plays in the fantasy realm. You probably ain't meet this person yet, or if you have met this person, they fantasize, they dream about you, they focus on you very, very intently. This is someone that secretly admires you, and they fantasize about you. And they don't want anyone to be seduced by you. Someone has marked their territory. And now they're just babysitting you. They're babysitting you. Like a warden of the state. They're just babysitting you. They're never going to introduce themselves. They're never going to come out of hiding. They're just babysitting you. They're like, it's not even like monitoring you because they let you do what you want to do. But it reminds me of that energy when, I remember when Edward in Twilight like ghosted Bella and didn't want nothing to do with her anymore. He didn't feel like he was good enough or whatever. After she poured her heart out to him, he was like, no. Yeah. And so he let her entertain other people like Jacob and stuff like that. But he was always watching. He was always overseeing. And he had supernatural abilities, so it was already unfair. You know what I'm saying? It was already unfair. But, I feel like Bella was a little earth angel because how the hell she ended up having... Anyway, it's long story short. The only point that I'm trying to make is when you get in the Queen of Wands energy, where you get reckless and you're very magnetic, that's when this person be trying to tell you to go home. Not supposed to be out here. You shouldn't be here. This is dangerous. And it's like, don't be telling Taurus what to do. Don't be telling Taurus what to do. Taurus can do whatever Taurus wants to do. You went about your business. You left. You didn't want it. So what does that tell you? You don't get to tell Taurus how to do it because they single and they back outside. Okay? And that's the bottom line. You don't get to dictate Taurus life because you not. You had an opportunity and you didn't want it. Pretty much. And so this person is having a hard time concentrating. Having a hard time concentrating at work. They're having a hard time doing something. And I think they are trying to rain on your parade a little bit. They feel like you just out here just letting loose and cutting up. And I feel like the only time you let loose and you cut up is when you feel like someone's trying to dictate some shit. Taurus, this shit is so hilarious to me. This has to be the most frustrating. You really gonna need to go to school, get you some education, get you a hobby. Because if you don't get something to exert all that energy out, you gonna set this bitch on ablaze. Okay, I'm telling you, you finna set this bitch ablaze. However do you want it? However do you need it? However do you want it? However do you need it? Let's clear the energy. Are we having to pay attention? With all this indecision energy, it makes you want to go back to your ex, don't it? Don't lie to me. You don't gotta lie to me, Taurus. With all this indecision and you being in your prime time for our love, it makes you say, well, fuck, if I'm just gonna deal with this bullshit, I might as well dibble and dabble. Because what's the point? People these days be acting scared to go after what they want. Oh, isn't that just frustrating? It's frustrating. It is. And then they have the audacity to tell you, well, maybe you should desire something different. No. It's like one person is trying to get you to, like, trying to offer you some type of routine that can distract you and you can work on in the meantime. And that's not where you are. If that's not where you are, it's like, while I'm away, this can keep you productive. Is this busy work? And I feel like you're in this energy, Taurus, where it's like, I want both. I do a little busy work, but I'm gonna need an itch scratched. I'm gonna need my back scratched. Okay, I'm gonna need to be able to let me breathe. It's something about let me breathe. I feel like you want to breathe, Taurus. Because at this point, you hear that? It sounds like music to my ears. And it could be your past life. Okay? It could be your old self. Ooh. Say it again. Mufasa. I gotta go, y'all. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.